to the Color Room Chat. I'm Kassidy. I'm a stylist at Salon 210.
I'm Reese. I'm a stylist, co-owner at Salon 210, co-founder of Glow and Grow, and now co-owner of Zero Limits EDU.
Amazing.
So fun.
So today we kind of wanted to dive a little bit into the pros and the cons of being a commission stylist and a rental stylist, because there are a couple different routes you can go into when you first start out in your career, and I think it's really important to find what route works best for you. And I know when I was first starting out, it was really confusing for me to kind of decide what I wanted to do, because honestly I just didn't know. I didn't know what would work for me or what I should do to succeed with the goals I wanted.
I think I totally get that. I think I live in my own world, and when I started doing hair, I heard salon names and I was inspired. I don't even know if there was rental back then. I never heard of it.
I will say, I feel like over the past couple years, it has been very popular and very trendy, because I do think a lot of stylists just want to be their own boss and want that freedom without having to go and open their own salon. So I do think it's become popular as of recent, and it's actually crazy how many people that I know that will just jump right into rental, like right out of cosmetology school.
I think that, yes, that is scary for me, because obviously, I swear, and I know I just said this, but I live in my own bubble, because going to rental right out of cosmetology school is you haven't built a clientele to pay for your rental booth. So that scares me, which I know, and I know all the rental booth owners, which I was offered to purchase a rental booth and start renting them out, but I just think there's a way to do it, and some of these owners of these booths, not renters themselves, but some of the owners of the booths are like, it's almost like they're scamming you.
Well, what I think,
So if you're coming right out of hair school, that could be scary.
and I think just with social media, stylists are getting really encouraged to go rental because of social media, but they don't really know what they're getting themselves into. It sounds amazing when you think, oh, I can create my own hours and I can run my own business and use whatever products I want and come and go as I please. But I don't think they truly know the risk that it takes and everything that you're taking on, which is what I think we're going to kind of break down today. I will say I have only ever worked in a commission salon, so I will talk more on that aspect of it, but I have only worked at a commission salon. But what I will say is I've definitely done my research and weighed the pros and cons of it. But I really think at the end of the day, it's whatever works best for you. But you just have to know that if you do go rental, you are taking on a ton of commitment, and it's just a lot.
I have PTSD because a lot of people don't know this. When we opened Salon 210, it was just the three of us, and we were just going to be renting from the S Corp, or it was an LLC then. We were just going to be renting, all renters, and I didn't make it past 3 days.
What changed? Why did you think, oh, I'll rent, and then were you like, oh, I'm not doing this anymore? Because you were at a commission salon previously.
We were at a commission salon previously. I didn't really know what I wanted because I didn't look into renting at all. And Michelle was like, oh, we'll be rental. This will be so easy. This is going to be like the easiest thing in the world. And for me, it was not. I was checking out clients. I had my husband come in. I had Bondi come in to check out clients because I had $3,000 tickets. And then I was just going to pass them my phone or my iPad and be like, here, pay me. That to me, like that to my core is terrifying. I didn't know how much my tickets really were until I had the price up in someone's face at my chair, which is so, to me, the price of what I'm charging people, they need luxury. And if I'm checking them out and just doing it in my chair with no products, no hair system, no like goodie bag to take home, like no gift, that killed me. And then I had to run to state every day and grab my color. And I'm a creative, and I kept changing my client's color, and I didn't have the color there to color their hair. So there was one day I was literally hysterically crying. And I looked at Michelle and I said, I will pay you whatever I need to pay you. Don't make me pick up my color order again or do someone's hair without Kerastase and without L'Oreal Color Line. I was just like, I can't use anything but L'Oreal Professional Color Line and Kerastase leave-in heat protectant and leave-in oil on my clients. Like, I can't use the stuff from Target, or we didn't have Target, but I couldn't use just any products. Like, it mattered. The details mattered to me. And
And you're
renting, I
undertaking
couldn't.
a lot. You don't have just the stress of doing hair anymore, and you work 10, 12-hour days just behind the chair, and then you're adding on to that, keeping track of your numbers, putting
Yeah.
money away for taxes, doing the inventory.
I didn't even get that
It's
far.
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a lot.
I did not even get to the, like, putting money away to taxes or doing the
And you didn't even
inventory.
probably realize
I
everything that you were going to have to do when you first started it.
No, and I think I ghosted half of my clients. I didn't book anyone. I didn't pre-book anyone because I was running behind. I couldn't respond to any phone calls or messages to book new clients or to book my old clients. It was just chaos. It was chaos, and I remember that. And now I have PTSD from that. And
So now you're just like, why would anyone ever want to do this? I don't understand.
I don't understand it to my core. Like, it's just not my heart. Like, personally, I'm a commission stylist. And then also I'm a salon owner. So I get double tax, which is, it's tax season right now. We just are going into 2026. So we won't bring that up because that
So
is
pray
scary.
for her.
Pray for me. But I will say renting. So for the few days I rent it, I brought in $30,000 for 3 days. I brought in $30,000.
Pop off.
But
That
then
sounds great to me.
it sounds so good. But then at the end of the year, I had to give back 70% of that. And I did not have 70% of that set aside. I had no idea. That was just 1 week. So I can't imagine a month. Because I bring in $30,000 a week. I cannot imagine putting 70% of my income aside every month.
Yeah, and then putting away
On my
money
own.
for your product, for your foils, for your back bar.
That's what's so scary, you guys, is because
I don't think people realize that one tube of DLite costs $9.
it costs $9. That's
Like,
insane.
And then you have to keep track of all that in your inventory. And like you said, like, what if your client comes in, she's blonde, and she says, Reese, today we're going red.
Which happens all day.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be able to do that.
And or like wants to change their extensions or whatever it is. And
I'm like having a panic attack over here. I just like,
Well, okay,
I don't work
what
this way.
What I will say
personally.
though is that I do think that rental can be great for a very specific type of person. You just have to know that you're going to wear a lot of hats and that it is going to be a lot more hustle and hard work than just you doing hair behind the chair. Personally, for me, I would rather put in a lot of hustle and hard work to grow my clientele and have the support than have to then have the added stress of on the weekends, like, do I have to do my color order? Do I have to be marketing myself and all of that? When you're at a commission salon, you don't have to worry about all of that.
You don't have to worry about any of that. And that's what I agree with you. There's a good about renting and there's a good about commission. There's a con about renting and there's a con about commission.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I think a lot of people don't know. A few months ago, I was in New York with Kassidy and I was speaking on this and I met Heather, she owns a couple of buildings and rents them out. She is a salon renter. And I loved her because she said that she is going to be honest with stylists who want to rent and like help them be a great salon renter instead of lying to them and trying to paint a rainbow and trying to hate on the commission salons to get people to rent. And I think that's something that I just hope keeps changing in the industry is that people are hating so much on commission salons and commission stylists. And I don't love that because then if we ever say anything about the pros of commission or the pros of renting, you're a bad person.
Right, because what I at least see online, and I think a lot of people can agree, is that a lot of people are like, oh, you work at a commission salon with always the goal to be rental. Is like the general consensus because everyone thinks you will get maxed out of a commission salon. And then the next step is to be your own boss because people think at a certain point at a commission salon, you max out.
Yeah.
So, but I do think it's very important to shed light on everything that you're undertaking when you are at a rental salon. And I will say too, it definitely depends on what commission salon that you're at. Like truly, it does.
100%. And that's the key is that there's something for everybody out there, but finding the correct commission salon makes a huge difference. Like, honestly, so for at our salon, in my past, I did max out, and that was the scariest moment of my life. And I had never felt depression until that moment. I was like, I don't have any more raises. I don't have any more goals. I don't have anything else to work towards. And so for us personally, like at my salon and for myself, I will never max out. I have another goal, another dream, another pay raise, another promotion always. And so I do, and so each of our stylists always does. But that's just the excitement. It's adrenaline rush, and I understand that because I am a stylist. And so I think the commission salons that are owned by stylists are some of the greatest.
I agree. I think this is a really important topic to shed light on to commission salon owners too. Just to show that you should always have a plan or system in place so that your stylists do feel like they're supported and that their goals won't max out. Where I do feel like a lot of commission salons don't do that. Like they don't have monthly one-on-ones, or they don't meet with their stylist quarterly to talk about their goals or have a plan or 401k and all of those things. And that's what stylists are looking for. I think we preach a lot that being a hairstylist can be a career, but then it's finding the right commission salon that will support that and will provide the education, which I don't think a lot of commission salons, I think a lot of them do a great job, but I think there are still some that are not doing that.
100%.
And they're in it for themselves and, to take money off the top so they don't have to work behind the chair.
And they're taking way too much money off the top. And that's why we opened, is because it was, and I don't want to have this go negative, but there are owners out there that look at hairstylists as dollar signs. And that's so scary to me because mentally and physically being a hairstylist is really draining. And the hairstylist world, now there are classes and there's mentors like us out there that are for you mentally and physically. We know the amount of love and how much it puts on your mind and your body every day, working 10 hours a day behind the chair. So that's where it is finding the commission salon that the owner is for you and doesn't look at you as just a dollar sign, because that gets really scary.
Yeah, so if you are going to look at commission salons, you definitely have to go in and ask these questions. I know that's something that I did, like ask about their education and what education they'll provide for you. Ask them if they have a 401k. Ask them if they meet with you monthly, and what products do they use? All of those things matter, and it plays a huge difference in your career, so you don't get bored and so that you don't max out. Because if you don't find the right commission salon, then it does make sense you are going to max out at some point.
And my biggest advice, you guys, and a lot, this is going to ruffle feathers of my dear friends in the industry, but do not sign a contract. Do not.
No, do not. Do not sign your life away.
You should never have to sign a contract. And we just had, a lot of people decide to go other ways and part ways with us. That's amazing. They should, and I still message them like, I'm here for you. Do you need help? Do you need guidance? Do you want to make sure, like passing on as much advice as possible and just leaving on good terms always. Like you should always want the best for stylists that you had the chance to work with and you have the greatest memories from them. And like it should always be love. They don't owe me anything. Like I'm just happy that I had the chance to work with them, and that's that. Truly, because a lot of my reps are still like, are you sure you guys don't want contracts to pay you back on education? And it's no. You should not have to sign a contract. We are creative. We need freedom. If you want to be a great stylist, you need freedom. And that's what it is.
Yeah, so I think that if you are someone that you're choosing, should I go rental or I should go commission, I think you really need to sit with yourself and think about, okay, what are my goals and what do I want out of this career? And then write down all the pros and cons and see which works best for you.
Because that's what, I think going rental, like I'm obviously like my heart, I'm such a con. I can give 20 cons, but I think it's cool that Kassidy, and she loves rental too. Like she is for rental and commission. So what's great about being rental? I want to know.
I think that if you are in a place that you truly cannot find the right commission salon, which I truly believe that you guys have created something that is so different and so special. And I really think there's very few salons like that in the country that you never get bored and that your growth will not be maxed out. I really think it's very uncommon.
Yeah.
And I just don't think a lot of stylists have access to that. And so then I do think that going rental may be better for someone if they can't find the right commission salon, or someone that truly, wants to have that freedom and only take a couple clients a week and is okay being their own boss and wants maybe that business ownership but doesn't want to take the undertaking of having a team, because there are some people that are like that too, that they want to be an entrepreneur and they know they can have their own business, but they don't want to go that step of opening a commission salon. So then I think that going rental would be great, but I also think that you have to know the undertaking that it is. Like for myself, for example, like I think I know what it would take to go rental, and I think like the number side of it, the inventory, like I think I could definitely do that.
You could
But
definitely do it.
yeah, and I think I'm very rare for someone that like would be able to actually do that. But then I sit down with myself and I know that I love being a part of a team. I like have to have the support that I have at the salon. I like have to have that mentorship and those like one-on-ones to like keep going, and someone that will help me chase all my goals is huge for me personally. But some people have it within themselves and they can just motivate themselves all day long, but I need the support, so that's why it's worth it for me.
I think I'd call in sick every day.
Yeah, I think I would too. I would get so
I'm just
bored.
gonna stay home.
But some people thrive off of
Some people do.
their own freedom and being their own boss. I think that's great. But then you just have to know the numbers behind it. Yeah. And that's really scary because us as hairstylists, we're creatives and numbers are not our thing.
No, and we're such creatives. Also, I need structure.
Yeah.
I need a schedule. I personally need a schedule.
Yeah.
I have ADD.
So bad. And I also think what's great that working in a commission salon is we do get to work with co-stylists and other people, and we're constantly pouring back into our industry that way, and that's super fun that we get to do that. And so that's why I also think it's great working in a commission salon. You also, don't have to worry about taxes and marketing yourself even. Like the salon is doing that all for you. So if you're doing that yourself, you have to work on marketing yourself constantly on social media, the numbers, and doing the hair. And I think I would burn out doing that way more than I do at a commission salon. I like showing up every day and hustling and doing all of that, but I still have a lot of things I don't have to worry about.
I will say, and I fully thought rental was going to be the way to go, and then we've now Salon 210 is bigger than we could have ever dreamed of, but that is so much more money. So I love being a salon owner, and I wish I would have done it sooner, but also I think being a commissioned stylist is my happy place. Being a salon owner it's crazy how expensive it is to run a salon. It is insane. Like the front desk itself, it's just the cost, the overhead is so huge, where I also think rental, the overhead is just as huge. And so for me, I look up to any stylist that is rental. Like I truly have so much love for you, because I don't know how you do that, how you look at the numbers and are able to be that organized to make sure all of the bills are paid while doing hair, while making sure you're cleaning everything and getting back to having the best customer service and getting back to your clients. I look up to anyone who can be rental. It's just my worst nightmare.
So as an owner, what do you think the secret is to having a successful commission salon for your stylist? Like your stylists at your salon are making six figures or working with co-stylists. What do you think that you're doing differently as a commission salon owner?
I know I've talked to the girls and they're okay with me saying this, but a lot of people don't realize that we get paid as commissioned stylists. We're salon owners, and everyone thinks we're crazy for how we run our payroll. We don't take anything from our stylists. We don't take anything off the top. So whatever is coming into the salon, I'm a commissioned stylist, but I still don't get a retail check because I put that back into the company, and so do my other partners to help pay the overhead. So there's a lot of risk on the line, but I think I signed up for that, and that I live for, and I love the adrenaline, and I'll go all my sleepless nights to make sure that I'm stressed out to make sure the overhead's paid for. But for our commission stylist, because I'm a stylist, and that's why I say find a commission salon that the owner is a stylist and still doing hair, because I know as a stylist, they deserve everything that they work for. I don't deserve it. They're the ones doing the physical labor. You're the one mentally stressed out. I see you all day hustling and working hard. You deserve your money. Like, just because my name is Reese Bond and I'm the owner of Salon 210, I don't deserve to take 20% more, 30% more, just so I can have 2 to 3 houses to vacation in. You know, like, that's to me, like, finding someone with a good heart. And that's always there for the stylist and putting the stylist first. And I could get even emotional. I won't cry, but that's where, I have seen it happen where owners are lying and they're like, you get everything you bring in, and they're secretly taking an extra 10% cut off the top before even showing you your numbers, and that's crazy. Or there was a salon down the road that wouldn't show the stylists what they were bringing in each month. I was like, how did you get people to want to work for you? Wouldn't show what their numbers were, and would just take what she thought she deserved.
And that's a huge thing. Like, there's a lot of stylists out there that they don't even know their numbers. Like, they just get their paycheck and they're like, that's what I made. They don't have access to their system. They don't know what they should be doing or what percentage is taking. And that's a whole nother thing, but that's what's amazing. Like, if you do have a commission salon, like, we have monthly one-on-ones and we know our numbers.
Yes, we know our numbers. You see your paycheck, it is black and white. There's nothing confusing. If you take your paycheck stub to your accountants will be able to understand it. I used to get paycheck stubs where my accountants were like, we're not idiots. We're good at our jobs. This doesn't make sense. Where's this money? There's something missing. And so if you have an accountant and you're doing your taxes and they're questioning where the money is that you are making, run from that salon, honestly. But now there's like amazing salon owners out there, and if you're an LP salon, if you're a hairstyle salon, those salon owners are amazing people, and they will do anything for their stylists. I know that. And so that's what we're changing, the commission stylists mindset. We're changing the owner's mindset. And I think it's an amazing thing, because education is the number one thing that inspires us and gives us passion, and you have to always be chasing new techniques because the trends are always changing. And so for education, like, we put in $20,000 into each stylist every year. Education is so expensive. That is travel fees, that's hotels, that is paying for food, that's while you're out of town on your education trip. Like, all of that adds up, and paying for the education classes, they're now $1,000 to $5,000 to $10,000.
Oh my gosh, they're like 10 grand. It's actually crazy how much the education is for hairstylists. And then I feel like sometimes you go take these classes and you're like, what am I even getting out of it? Because and this is no hate, but it appeals to people on Instagram, and it's like an Instagram influencer, and you pay all this money to go take it, and you're like, what did I get out of it? Type thing.
Yes.
So from a stylist perspective, a commission salon is amazing if you find the right one, because truly for the education standpoint of it, like, we get education, 4 times a year. They fly us places. They help fund if we want to go somewhere else. And if you find a salon like that, like, for me, that is so worth it, because technique is everything. And that's where I've learned everything that I know behind the chair, is just my continuing education and the classes that I have taken, and me not having to invest my own money in it is huge.
It's huge. And you guys, that's also like, we're different. We are like 24/7. We love what we do. There's stylists out there that don't like taking hair classes, that don't like education.
Okay, if you're a hairstylist and you don't like education or taking hair classes, like, I was watching extension videos all day yesterday. Like, what are you doing?
So
I
fun.
just don't get it.
I don't get it.
Maybe I'm a nerd, but like that's what I was doing on my free time. Like people don't like taking classes. That's
There,
our whole industry.
it is
Like
our whole.
what are you doing if you're not learning or growing?
That is where, that could be annoying to some stylists. And so for some stylists, they want to be in charge of their own time, their own schedule, their own
like
everything.
crazy. Like I get excited. I'm like, okay, it's a new year. Like what classes are we taking next year? Like what classes do I want to take for myself,
The schedule's ready.
Yeah, I'm like it's a new year, so I'm going to learn new techniques, like writing down what I want to take. Like that's crazy to me.
It's wild, but I live in my happy bubble. I live in my own bubble. That's what we were sitting down for this podcast today, and Kassidy just shared something with me, and I was like, wait, what? I didn't know that. I was literally just in New York, and I still did not know that. You always shock me because I love our hair world, so I'm here for rental and commission, but I'm a commission girl. I can't help it, guys. What are you, Kassidy?
I think that it truly depends on the person.
Yeah.
And I think you really have to sit with yourself and weigh out the pros and the cons. I think that there's commission salons that are absolutely amazing and great. I work at one. You are absolutely able to make over 6 figures and be whatever stylist you want to be. But I also recognize that for some people, being booth rental and renting your own space is what works best for you and for your growth, and I think you can kill it doing that as well. I just think you have to be aware of the undertaking that it is and like know the numbers behind it. It is so important, and it's really scary when there's people right out of cosmetology school that just go for it, which is great, but you can lose a lot of money doing that. It's a lot of overhead too, and you're investing a lot of money in the beginning. Like you're losing money when you're first starting out as booth rental and commission. You truly are.
And
I think you have to be aware of that.
Yeah, and I think just we're here to give advice for both sides. And that's really like if you are a rental stylist, and I think it's good to know like you want to put over half of what you're bringing in away for taxes, unless if you are a rental stylist and you don't want to do taxes. I have no judgment. Like whatever makes you happy, but I think the tax season is heavy and people aren't prepared for that. And so I think if you are a rental stylist, still have a mentor, have someone that's going to help you invest, even though you're investing a lot, but invest in a mentor program and a business program to help you with the back end of where your money's going, how much you need to set aside. Because I know it looks like a lot of cash in the beginning, and it's happiness. You're getting all this money, you're getting 100% of it, but then when you have to pay your taxes and you owe $20,000, $30,000 at the end of the year, for some people it gets up to $100,000. That's really scary, and then that's when you keep getting into debt or you stop doing your taxes. But then if you don't do your taxes, you can't purchase a car, you can't purchase an apartment, you can't buy a house. Even if like you're married or you have a partner, like that's still scary, you guys. Like what if, there's always that what if you get divorced? What if something happens to one of you? You need to have financial stability. You need to have a safe place. And that's also
Yeah, because the reality is in the beginning, it's a financial risk. And you just have to know that it's going to be 24/7 hustle and grind.
Chai's getting crazy. I think she hears her mommy. Chai. Oh, don't fall. Here, I'll take her. We can pause this out.
Yeah, she's going crazy over here.
Chai, I love you, Papa. But I think that's really important for people to know is that if you are renting, please make sure that you are also renting from someone that if you do get sick, if you fall ill, if an accident happens, life is wild, you guys. It's not always rainbows and butterfly. Make sure you're not signing or there's something in your clause that's going to protect you because those bills will still keep coming every month and you're not working because you're sick or something happened. You want to make sure you have a cushion of at least 9 months' pay saved and set aside for bills before you sign and start booth renting. Because I promise...
You're investing a lot in the beginning.
You
don't know the return that you're getting. And even then, you just don't have that financial security or stability that you might have working at a commission salon. So that's why I do suggest, like, in the beginning of your career, maybe starting at a commission salon so you can also build up a clientele than just going blindly into it and investing all this money and you're in so much debt.
Yeah, and that's like what we don't want. I kind of mean is our industry, we don't want to go broke. We want to build our industry up because when you Google search what a hairstylist makes, it's only like 20 to 30,000 a year. But we make so much more than that, and we just have to have each other's backs. Like, I am here for every hairstylist, and I want to help every hairstylist, no matter if you're rental or commission. Honestly, who cares? Like, my brain has never thought that much about it. It only thinks that much when hairstylists are in trouble. And that's what scares me, is that I know that there's people out there on commission side and rental side that are just money hungry. And that scares me for hairstylists because hairstylists are the talent. They work so hard, they work their bodies down and their minds down because they're always there putting other people first, that I just want to make sure they're in business with the right people, because someone needs to have the hairstylist back. And that's what we're here on the Color Room Chat, because we have your back. If you're a stylist and you're listening to this podcast, make sure you think about these things when you go commission and rental. And I'm sorry for any salon owner and anyone who owns a rental salon that hates us right now, but the stylists deserve the money.
Yeah.
They deserve it.
At the end of the day, like, as a stylist, you just have to do what makes you happy. And so go whatever route you think that will make you happy. And if you ever have like a gut feeling, that, and you can always change it up,
Yes.
like if you're rental, you can always go back to commission or vice versa. So just do what makes you happy and like lean on your mentors and reach out to us. Like, even if you're rental and you want advice, reach out to us. Like, I know we had so many messages from rental stylists have been loving this podcast because they are, doing it themselves. So it's cool to just that we're giving them a platform to give our advice, even though we are at a commission salon. And all of these tips and tricks, like, you can apply to your business in a rental salon as well.
And that's what I don't think is a lot of people know, is that 70% of people that I mentor are rental stylists. So I promise you guys, I know the ins and outs, and I'm here for you. Kassidy's here for you, because we are here for the stylists. We want to pass on all the secrets, all the education, all the training, and we look up to rental stylists so much. Like, I love you guys. I wish I could do it, but I can't. This girl is tired.
You guys
and I
are
cannot.
killing it if you can
You really are.
undertake all of that. Like, it's truly amazing. But yes, let us know if you need anything at all. We're here for you guys.
Yeah.
And
thank you guys. We love you. And make sure to like, comment, and share this podcast, because we are not paying for marketing. We're just here for you guys. So message us if you have any questions. We love you guys. Let's go.